So, hello everyone, how you guys doing? My name is Faven. Thank you very much for coming to my channel. Today is November 24th, and it's actually a very bittersweet day because today we get to lay to rest one of my friends. Um, she passed away, so today is going to be a very sad day. But at the same time, I wanted to talk about um, what's I'm recording. I just don't feel like using my computer. So what's going on is that I am 8 days late, and my period is, the pregnancy is negative. In the last, I would say, in the last almost 3 years, I have not been this late. I might be like 3 days late the most, but 8 days. I've never been this 3 days late. 8 days late in almost 3 years. So, and I'm having some nipple tenderness, some not throughout the day, but just sometimes through the day. Like I might have breast pain, I do have cramping. Um, I know this is TMI, but I'm having like a clear discharge throughout the day, and um, and some nausea. Not all the time, but like maybe about 5 or 6 times throughout the day, I might have some nausea. So I don't know if it's just my hormones are just really low. In order for me to check, sorry, in order for me to do another blood pregnancy test, because I did a blood pregnancy test on November 20th and it was negative, but she ordered two. So I talked to another doctor and she said to wait like 2 more weeks to take another pregnancy test. So I'm sorry, that noise was my phone. So I'm gonna wait 2 more weeks, which would be, let's see, today is, what's today? 24th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 30th, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. Around the 9th or the 10th, I'm going to take another one because I would, if my period is supposed to start again the 16th of December. So my periods usually last up to 34-day cycle, and it's beyond 34 days. So I'm going to take another pregnancy test. But I've been doing urine tests and they've all been coming up negative. I have not seen a faint line. Maybe I've been using the Dollar Tree one because I don't want to buy such a big bulk and then be so disappointed. But at the same time, I think I might need to get a more expensive one. I'm just so confused. I've been dealing with pregnancy stuff, like trying to get pregnant for the last 7 years. And during that, let's say, okay, I'll say, besides counting the last 3 years, been trying to conceive before that, like for like 4 years. And I knew I had PCOS. My period would come like every 3 to 4, maybe 6 months at a time. And I knew my chances were pretty slim. And then we got my husband checked. He has low sperm count, but doesn't mean that you can't get pregnant because the doctor said the more he works out, the more he lifts heavier weights, is the better outcome will be for his sperm, to all of his sperm to come out. So for the past a month and a half to 2 months, he's been doing that, and we have, it's been 2 months now. This is even before like trying to get pregnant got into my head again. We started eating healthy in September. Like started going grocery shopping in September more. We used to do all that too, but we would eat out more. But we start going grocery shopping more, making food at home more, trying to eat as healthy as we can, all fresh products. yes, we do go out once in a while, but when I say once in a while, maybe like every 2 weeks. Um, and if we do go out, we'll try to get the healthiest thing we can get. And yeah, we did get Chinese food that one day because I was just really craving for Chinese food. That's like almost a month ago. But we've changed our lives around, and so his birthday was the 26th of October, and I started my period the 13th of October, and maybe like a week and a half to 2 weeks, between like a week and a half or so. I can't remember. I wish I documented it. I wish I did. I had my phone with me, but I didn't document it. I went to the bathroom, peed, whatever. When I wiped, I had a habit of looking every single time when I wipe. It's just a habit of mine. So when I wiped, I saw that there was very light pink blood and a lot of clear discharge with it. I'm like, oh my god, I'm about to start my period. I'm like 2 weeks early to start my period. I'm like, I shouldn't be starting my period. So that's what I'm like, okay, I'll see what happens throughout the day. If I start my period on, I just start my period 2 weeks early, which is really unusual for me to start my period 2 weeks early. And we go on with our business. Maybe did baby dance like the night before or the night before that. I can't remember exactly because I wasn't thinking about getting pregnant. I was not thinking about trying to get pregnant. That was completely, utterly out of my head. Like I completely stopped thinking about it. Like the desire of being pregnant was no longer with me. Like I didn't care anymore. I just gave up. So I noticed that. I'm like, okay, well, if it happens again, then I might stop my period. So just went off my day. I periodically checked it, and periodically was nothing there. So I'm like, well, it was just like a fluke. Maybe like we were doing a little too hard or something. So his birthday passes, um, and then I'm like thinking about it more. I'm like, could that have been implantation bleeding? And I should have never put that in my head. The minute I put that in my head, it just, I went haywire. Like, I started getting obsessive about it. So, with that being said, my period should have started again November 16th. And today is the 24th. And has not started yet. So, been taking home pregnancy test is negative. I did a blood test, it's negative. The doctor reassured me like to retake another one in 2 weeks because my hormones can rise. I've noticed like little changes throughout the day. Like last night when I was sleeping, I was getting nauseous. Not throughout the night, like a few times I get really nauseous. I can't say the thirst stuff because I can sometimes if I'm like too warm, I get quite thirsty. So I was really thirsty, and I think of my period trying to start, I get very thirsty. And I know that my period's about to start. Like if I cannot quench my thirst, then I know my period's about to start. But it's not that kind of thirst. And it's just the blood test was zero point 0.6, so it's like negative. I don't know how much it could go up in 2 weeks. So if I take my test in 2 weeks and on the 10th and it comes back negative and I don't get my period in December, then does it mean I have PCOS again? Does it mean that I just don't know? I'm so confused because usually I have a like something that I can go by, like, yeah, you have PCOS, that's why you're not getting pregnant, or he has low sperm count, that's why you're not getting pregnant. So he were diagnosed with low sperm count, not this summer that passed, but the summer before, 2016, 2017, summer 2017. August of 2017. He was told, and so it's been over a year and a half, well, a year and a few months, and I have not missed a period since late 2015. So since late 2015, I have not missed a period. I've not missed almost it's 3 years since I have missed a period. So could it just be that my hormones are just really low when I'm pregnant, or is it just one of the natural things that you miss a period? I am 35. I'll be turning 36 January. So is because of that? Like, I've never been this stumped on trying to figure out if I'm pregnant or not, ever. Usually, if I take a pregnancy it's negative, it's negative, and I just waiting for my period to start. Because when I had PCOS, it would take like, sometimes I wouldn't have my period for like 6 months. But I've had my period between every 30 to 34 days. I'll get my period, and I am 8 days late. So I'm so confused. If you guys have any advice for me, can you please leave it in the comments bar below? Because I don't know what to do. I'm beyond stressed. No, I'm not stressed. I don't want to try not to stress my body, but I'm lost basically. So if you guys have experienced, you know, being like, I used to be extremely heavyweight and I lost a lot of weight. So my PCOS went away. Have my periods every single month. Don't have not missed not one period in 3 years. I have not been on birth control in 3 years because I took it out. I took out my birth control 2.5 years ago. We are active. We don't stop it. And during the time that I could have conceived, we were very active. So if I'm not pregnant, then what is it? Yeah. So if you have any answers, well, not answers, but if you have any comments or suggestions of what I should do, can you please leave in the bar below, because I'm so confused. Anyways, thank you for watching. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share.